Hey everyone and welcome to the session on reflection. So in this session we are going to discuss about previous year questions based on reflection. Very simple chapter, very easy chapter. Firstly, let us try to understand how many questions are generally asked from this particular chapter. So if you see, one question for sure is asked from this chapter in 2023 and 2024. Such an easy chapter. 5 marker straight away is asked from this chapter. You can also expect a 4 marker. So either you will have a question which is of 4 marks or you'll have a question which is of 5 marks. We are going to deal with all the problems in this session. So here if you see in 2018, 19, 20, one question of 4 marks each was asked, and back to back in the last 2 years, 2 questions were asked for 5 marks each. That is 1 each. Okay, so here is the first question. It says use graph paper for this question. Then they are saying take 2 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. So obviously you need to draw all this. This is a 4 mark question. So take 2 centimeter equal to 1 unit along x-axis and y-axis both. And ABCD is a quadrilateral whose vertices are 2, 2, 2, -2, 0, -1 and 0, 1. So we are supposed to draw this quadrilateral ABCD, and then there are 4 questions. Reflect quadrilateral ABCD on the y-axis and name it as A dash B dash CD. Then write down the coordinates of A dash B dash. Name 2 points which are invariant under the above reflection and name the polygon A dash B dash CD. Okay. So firstly, obviously we need the quadrilateral ABCD, right? So let us draw the quadrilateral. Now if you focus very carefully, the quadrilateral ABCD is over here. ABCD, understand. 2, 2, that goes in the first quadrant. 2, -2, that goes in the fourth quadrant because that is plus minus. 0, -1, that goes on the y-axis, and 0, 1, that also goes on the y-axis. So if you see, this is A, this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D, correct? So this is our required quadrilateral. Now what are they trying to say? The first question says reflect quadrilateral ABCD on the y-axis. That means what? See, this is the y-axis. So if my point is over here, the reflection under y-axis will look here. It will go on this side, correct? So if I have a triangle like this, reflection will come on this side. So the triangle will look like this. Similarly, if I have a quadrilateral, something like this, can I say the quadrilateral will look like this now? So same thing. So how do we reflect it? Understand. To reflect this 2, 2 under y-axis will become -2, 2. This 2, -2 under y-axis will become -2, -2. This is the first quadrant, this is the second quadrant, this is the third quadrant, and this is the fourth quadrant. Correct? So this reflection under y-axis will come on this side. But if you see and focus on points C and D, they are not going to move because they are already on the y-axis. That means the points which are already there on the mirror, they are not going to change. They will be there only, right? Okay. So the first part is done. What is the first part? Reflect it. We have reflected. Now write down the coordinates of A dash and B dash. What is A dash, B dash? This is A dash. So what are the coordinates of A dash? The coordinates of A dash are -2, 2. And what are the coordinates of B dash? Coordinates of B dash are -2, -2. Now understand how to identify without actually drawing also. See, what are the coordinates of A? The coordinates of A are 2, 2. What are the coordinates of B? The coordinates of B are 2, -2. Correct? So if you see, whenever we take the reflection under y-axis, x changes its sign. So see, this is 2, this became -2. This is 2, this became -2. And y remains unchanged. y remains unchanged. You can see 2 is 2, minus 2 is minus 2, correct? Okay, this is how you can identify. So no need to even draw the figure. If you remember these 2 points, you can directly do it. Name 2 points which are invariant. Now invariant means what? Even after taking the reflection, it does not move, right? So can I say this point D and this point C are invariant under the above reflection? So which are the invariant points? I can say the invariant points are C and D. So the invariant points are C and D. I hope this is clear. Easy? Okay. What is the last part? Name the polygon A dash B dash C D. Okay, we are supposed to name the polygon. So if you see this polygon very carefully, this line and this line will be parallel. This line and this line is parallel. And these are two non-parallel lines. So here can I say A dash B dash? I can say A dash B dash is parallel to CD, whereas A dash D is not parallel to B dash C, is not parallel to B dash C. Therefore, quadrilateral ABCD is a trapezium, right? This is a trapezium. That is the definition of trapezium, right? One pair of opposite sides is parallel. So we have answered all the 4 questions. Easy, very easy. See, it was asked for 4 marks. Let us see a new question now. Okay, so use a graph sheet for this question. Take 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit along both x and y axis. Plot the following points. So the first question says we are supposed to plot the points. That is 0, 5. Now understand 0, 5. This will lie on y axis. 3, 0. This will lie on x axis. 1, 0. This will lie on x axis. 1, minus 5. Plus minus. That goes in the 4th quadrant, right? Then it says reflect the points on the y-axis, and they are telling us to name it as B dash, C dash, D dash, correct? Then write down the coordinates and then join it. So lot many things are supposed to be done, but the first task is to plot the following points. So if I have the graph like this, 0, 5 will go here, 3, 0 will go somewhere over here, then 1, 0. 1, 0 is here, right? And then 1, minus 5, that goes in the 4th quadrant, somewhere over here. So these are the points. So let us see. Understand now. Understand very carefully. 0, 5, 1, 0, 3, 0, 1, minus 5. As I said, 0, 5, 1, 0, 3, 0. So it is like this. Now reflect the points B, C, D. Obviously you cannot reflect A because that is on the y-axis. So reflecting the points B, C, D on the y-axis, that means the points will go on that side. So this 1, 0 will become minus 1, 0. This 3, 0 will become minus 3, 0. And this 1, minus 5 will become minus 1, minus 5. So you can see over here, I am highlighting the reflection. Okay, let's take a new page. These were the points A, correct? Then C, then B, then D. They were the actual points. These are the reflections, right? So here C dash, B dash, D dash, C dash, B dash, D dash is the reflection, correct? Okay. So we have reflected that. First 2 parts are done. Write down the coordinates of B dash, C dash, D dash. Okay. Coordinates of B dash, C dash and D dash. This easy. What is the coordinate of B dash? Minus 3 comma 0. What is the coordinate of C dash? The coordinates of C dash are 1 comma 0. And what are the coordinates of D dash? As I said, on the y-axis only x will change the sign. So 1 becomes minus 1, 3 becomes minus 3, 1 becomes minus 1. So this is minus 1, correct? So what is the next question? Then join the points A, B, C, D. Basically they are telling us to join everything. A, B, C, D, D dash, C dash, B dash, A. So if you see in order A, B, C, D, D dash, C dash, B dash, A. So basically we get a figure like this. After joining, that was the last part, that's it. Easy? Okay. Let's continue further. So here is a new question. It says, use graph paper for this question. Again take 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit on both the axes and then plot the points. There are 5 points. Minus 4 comma 0. Something comma 0 that goes on the x-axis. Minus 3 comma 2. Second quadrant, minus plus. 0 comma 4. Y-axis. 4 comma 1. First quadrant. 7 comma 3 first quadrant. Okay. Now we are supposed to reflect these points on the x-axis. That means, so if your graph is something like this, minus 4 comma 0 is over here on the left, minus 3 comma 2 somewhere above, correct? Then 0 comma 4 is here, then 4 comma 1 is here, and then 7 comma 3 somewhere here. So all the reflections are going to go down. This will come down, this will come down, this will go down, this will also come down. So this is how it will look, above and below. So let us see. See. So our actual points were A, B, C, D, E. And this line is the x-axis. So the points will go down. This is B dash, C dash, D dash, and E dash. Correct? If this is 0 comma 4, okay. Reflection under the x-axis. So what is the condition? Condition for reflection. Condition for reflection under x-axis. What is the condition for reflection under x-axis? Y coordinate, it changes sign, and x coordinate remains same. So you can see x is 0, here 0. But if this is 4, this became minus 4. 7 remains 7, 3 becomes minus 3, and so on. This you know now, right? Okay. Now they are saying join the points. So just join everything. So that's it. Just join it. And then we are supposed to name the closed figure. Now understand, this is an important question. Name the closed figure formed. So to name it, firstly, how many sides are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So how many sides are there? There are 9 sides. So we know that a 9-sided polygon is called as a nonagon, right? So this polygon is called as a nonagon. So 4 sides is a quadrilateral, 5 sides, it's a pentagon. 6 sides is hexagon. 7 sides is heptagon. 8 sides is octagon. 9 sides is nonagon. And 10 sides is decagon. If you want, you can remember this because they can ask you questions based on this. Like nonagon suddenly came up, right? So sometimes we are not able to recollect that. Okay. Let's continue further. So this question was asked for 5 marks. So the question says, use graph sheet to answer this question. Again, take 2 centimeter is equal to 1 unit along both the axes. Plot 3 points. Only 3 points we are supposed to plot. A, B, C. So A is 0, 4. 0, 4 lies on the y-axis, 4, 0 lies on the x-axis, and 1, 1 lies in the first quadrant, right? So the graph is going to look simple because 0, 4 is over here. This is 0, 4. This is 4, 0. And here we have 1, 1. So maybe a triangle something like this is going to be there. If we join it, of course. So A, B, C, correct? So A, B, C, we have joined it. And then reflect A and B on the x-axis. So we're going to reflect A and B on the x-axis and name them as E and D. So if I reflect A on the x-axis, it will come here. If I reflect B on the x-axis, it will come here. If I reflect C, nothing is going to happen. It is invariant. So we have reflected this. So we can say reflection of A is E, right? What is A? A is 0, 4. So obviously, under x-axis, x remains same, y changes. So this is 0, -4. And similarly, reflection of B is D, right? So what is B? B is 1, 1, isn't it? So D will be 1, -1. X remains same, y changes the sign, correct? Okay. Now reflect B through origin and name it F. So we're going to reflect B through origin. See, understand, whenever we reflect through origin, it goes diagonally. So if the point is here, under origin it will come here. So if it is plus plus, it will become minus minus. So we're going to reflect B under origin. So can I say if B is here, the reflection of B under origin is over here. So we can say reflection of B is F. What is B? B is 1, 1. What is F? F is -1, -1. This is under origin, right? Under origin. Simple. So this part is also done. Then reflect B and C on y-axis. We want to reflect B and C on y-axis. B and C on y-axis. So this is the y-axis. This is y-axis. So if I reflect B under y-axis, it will be H. And if I reflect C under y-axis, it will be G. So what is H over here? H is the reflection of B. But this is under what? Under y-axis. What are the coordinates of H? Coordinates of H are -1, 1. And what are the coordinates of point B? 1, 1, right? So under y-axis what happens? Y remains same, x changes the sign. Similarly, the reflection of C is what? 4, 0. So its reflection on the under the y-axis is G, which is minus 4, 0. That's it. And what is the final thing that they are saying? The final question says join all the points. Okay, so join A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H and A in order. So in order means what you will do? So initially it was not joined, of course. All the points must be like this, right? And then you continue joining them. So just join it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, A. That completes your figure. That's it. Let's have a look at one more question. It says, use graph sheet for this question again. Take 2 centimeter as 1 unit. So if they're telling you to take 2 centimeter as 1 unit, don't change that. Then plot the points. 3 points we are supposed to plot. 0, 3 that lies on the y-axis. 2, 1 that lies in the first quadrant. And 4, -1 that lies in the fourth quadrant. And then reflect point B and C in y-axis and name their images as B dash and C dash respectively, and then plot and write coordinates of points B dash C dash. Then reflect A in the line B B dash. Now this is very important, this is slightly different. And then 2 more questions asked for 5 marks last year, understand. So let's plot the points first. A, B, C. So A is 0, 3. So just a rough figure, 0, 3 will lie on the y-axis. Then 2, 1, 2, 1 will lie somewhere over here. And then 4, -1. 4 and -1, that will go down, right? So just a random example, something like this. Okay, so see, the first question says 0, 3, 2, 1 and 4, -1. Plot them, we have done that. First is done. Reflect B and C in y-axis. Reflect B and C. So this B and C in y-axis. So it will go that side, right? In y-axis means it will go here and here. So let us do that. So this B will become B dash here and C will become C dash. So we can say that B dash is reflection of B under y-axis. What are the coordinates of B dash? The coordinates of B dash are going to be -2, 1. And what is C dash? C dash is also reflection. C dash is reflection of C under y-axis. So what will be C dash? 4 will become -4. That will remain -1. So that is the second question. Write the coordinates. Now reflect point A in line B B dash. Now understand, where is line B B dash? Line B B dash is over here. Okay, let's take a new page. Line B B dash is over here. We are going to reflect this particular point A, under this line. Under which line? B B dash. Now if you see, how many units are there above? 1, 2, 3. So I have to move 3 units down. 1, 2, 3. Correct? So if you see very carefully, I have a point over here that is 0, 3 and this line over here, see this is what? This is y is equal to 0. Here y is 1, correct? And here y is 3. So we are moving 2 units above, not 3 units. So this distance is 2 units. So I have to move 2 units down. Why 2 units? Because if you see, the points over here are 2, 1 and 2, minus 1. So the point over here will be 0, 1. So if I subtract 3 and 1, I get 2. Now if I want to go down, I need to subtract 2 from 1. So 1 minus 2 is how much? Minus 1. So from 1, I am subtracting 2 units to go down. So here, this line is y is equal to minus 1. So definitely, the y coordinate is going to be minus 1 and the x coordinate is going to be 0. So can I say here, this point will be a dash, which is 0, minus 1. Easy. Okay, next one. Join the points and give the geometrical name. Okay, so we have to just join the points and give the geometrical name. So if we join them, and if you see very carefully, 0, 3, 2, 1, then we have this point, that is 0, minus 1, and then minus 2, 1. So can we say all these distances, if you find, they are equal? So this figure is a rhombus. So definitely this is a rhombus, right? But also if you see all the angles over here, they are 90 degrees. You can find out the slope and check. The product of the slope is going to be minus 1. So angles are 90 degrees each. Therefore, quadrilateral A, B, A dash, B dash is actually a square. Right? So in this way, reflection chapter is very easy. Reflection under x-axis, reflection under y-axis, reflection under origin. Questions are based on this. Graph you'll have to draw. You can expect one question either of 4 marks or 5 marks. See you again in the next class. Thank you.